So the oil price on 2025 used to be like 50, 70. As the war started, the price increased suddenly. It's almost like 25% to 30%, the oil price increase. Because the war began, the supplying oil had a big trouble, so that's the main reason for that.
Before we begin, as a member of our team, me, Yo Kai Shun, Ms. Trung San, Ms. Bayan, Laurentin absent today. Okay, next, our group topic is oil price increment. Okay, the picture shows the recent Malaysia retail fuel price change. Say, harga blue-tape minyak for June 2026. Okay, notice the change. RON 97 dropped by 30 cents to RM 4.35, while unsubsidized RON 95 sits at RM 3.72, showing the 30 cent drop compared to the standard rate. Okay. Diesel in Peninsular Malaysia also dropped by 20 cents to RM 4.67. This perfectly highlights how global oil trends directly detect local government subsidy and the price prepared at the pump. In my opinion, if government do not continue providing subsidy, daily life get more expensive. For example, people must pay higher petrol bills. It is because filling up your car tank will cost almost double what you pay now. And second is the most important, which harder for the driver if government did not provide subsidy. Okay, this is because delivery riders and e-hailing drivers will earn much less because fuel eats out their profits. That's all for me now. I'm gonna pass it to Bayan.
We talk about first of oil price increment. One of the first of increment, one of the things is increasing global oil supply. The main first increase. One of the main causes of oil price increment is the increasing demands for oil. And for example, as people travel and use water, the demands for fuels continue to grow. And in addition, factories and industry need more oil for production. When demand is higher than supply, oil price will raise. When oil production country reduce products, the supply of oil become lower. If demand remains high, oil price will increase. Then another one is limited oil supply. One of the factors contributing to oil price increment in 2025 is limited oil price. Oil supply, some oil production countries reduce their own production to control the market. When less oil is available, the supply becomes limited. As a result, oil price increase because there's not enough oil to meet global demand. As more people are using transportation and industry are expanding, which increase the demands for oil. When demand is higher than supply, oil price will increase. That's all.
So what will happen if the oil price increase? So basically, as the price increase of the oil is the raw material for a lot of things like plastic, packaging, even the clothing. So many people think, only thing, if the oil price increase, they will have a problem on petrol only, but that's not the main point. Usually when people think the bottle of water, you're not gonna change the price, but you will, because plastic needs the oil to be created, and even like packaging food, it still needs oil. Even our daily life stuff like cleanser, body wash, it still needs oil to be provided to make this. So as the oil price increase, our everything will get expensive, even though something unexpected, the chips, maybe like snacks, it will get expensive as well because it still need a packaging. So as everything gets expensive, people will try to cut out leisure first. They will stop spending money because it gets expensive than usual, and they will not travel around dining outside. So you'll have a very big problem for economy because they cannot increase the price because of this. So you guys can see a graph over here. It's such a big gap at the worst start of March. It increased nearly like 10 for like 30 10. And you guys also can see over here, it spent up 23.5% year over year, and up from 17.9 from March, April. So as the oil price increase, the factories will have a effect because they're operating the same time, but the electric bills will get expensive because they cannot provide energy. Still, the oil is the main source for that. And squeeze profit margin. The raw material price increase, but companies cannot cost higher for consumer because they will think it don't worth it. Like for example, a bottle of water before the war it cost 1 ringgit, but after the war, as the raw material for plastic increase, it might cost 2 ringgit, but people won't buy this. So this part should be one of our members, but it's not here, but so I will replace it. So as the price of oil increase, the flight ticket it get expensive as well, and people might buy the thing in bulk, like because they think the stuff will get expensive tomorrow, so maybe they buy it now and then save it. And we also recommend people to do a couple with friends or classmates. Because the petrol is expensive, to save more money, you guys can choose this way. And purity essential expense. So this is all we covered about oil price increment. Thank you for listening. Thank you everyone.
Okay, please go ahead with your questions. Yes, every group you have to ask at least one question. Not for like 4 minutes or 4 questions, no. But every time there is a presentation, you need to ask. At least they need to answer one question because this is all part of yours. Okay. So if you want them to go back to a previous slide or anything, you can ask them and then you can ask them the question.
because you can see over here, this is the graph from the trading view. You guys know trading view? Yeah, they're where you came from. This is energy inflation stat, which means how much they spend. Yeah.
This is per year, right?
Yeah, I mean per month. Yeah. So here 2026, over here 2025.
Alright, thanks.
Yeah. Right. Yep.
Can you do the next one?
Here, a previous one.
The,
The lady.
yeah,
Yeah.
I want to know why is it as a student why are you including the fashion related household item and grocery packaged food?
For college student.
Yeah.
Because usually, so for me, I'm usually buying a bread at grocery store, like nearly like at least like 3 times a week in campus here, and you know, many people over here are living alone because maybe their families are somewhere in another place. So yeah, they will buy stuff by themselves in grocery stores, so they should be aware like the price increase is normal thing as the oil price increase. Even the fashion apparel, like you know, usually like 20 and 30 people are like more focusing on fashion thing. Usually, yeah, in our age, you want to be more better, so spend more on fashion.